Hello, welcome to FHE on the Road with Christine Stevenson. This podcast is designed to connect the people and the places from the past with your lives today, with 5-minute stories and facts from church history. Save these stories for when you are traveling through these areas to bring history to life. Okay, welcome back to FHE on the Road. Today I'm going to talk about David Whitmer, one of the 3 witnesses of the Book of Mormon. So David Whitmer was one of the first supporters of Joseph Smith. He was able to see and experience many miracles, and even though David did end up leaving the church, he never denied what he saw or experienced. And I think that is so powerful. The fact that he did not go west with the saints, and he became pretty upset with Joseph Smith at one point, and he still never denied what he saw or experienced. Anyways, so I think it's pretty cool. David Whitmer heard of Joseph Smith and the gold plates while he was on a business trip in Palmyra, New York. David dismissed the rumors that he heard of Joseph until he met Oliver Cowdery, who believed there was some truth to the rumors, and Oliver Cowdery said he was going to find out, report back to David. It was through Oliver Cowdery that David met Joseph Smith. They met while Joseph Smith was translating the Book of Mormon. David had an experience of an angelic help clearing the fields that convinced him of the Lord's desire for him to learn more about the restoration of the gospel, and I recorded that story a little bit ago, so I'll link that, because that is amazing. I love that story of David Whitmer. Joseph ended up facing some pretty severe persecutions in Harmony, Pennsylvania, where he was translating the Book of Mormon. So David Whitmer offered his family's home in Fayette, New York for the finishing of the translation of the Book of Mormon. And that is where the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was organized, in that home in Fayette, New York. And we just went out there this summer, and there is such a special feeling in that area. I love that it's through such simple and humble means where the church began, just with humble people. They really didn't have much, and they were able to open up a path for so much. Anyways, I think it's pretty cool. David readily accepted the gospel message and was one of the 3 witnesses, as we talked about before, of the golden plates. In his words, he says, "A dazzling bright light that surpassed the brightness even the sun at noonday, and a personage clothed in white, and near him a table containing the ancient artifacts." David was one of the first people to be baptized in this dispensation. He is numbered among the original 6 members of the restored gospel. He followed the members of the church to Kirtland, Ohio, and then on to Missouri, where he became upset with the prophet and left the church, as we talked a little bit about before. And again, he never wavered on his testimony of the gold plates. He was widely known as the last surviving witness, and he said thousands came to inquire if it was true. And I just read a book on Alexander Donovan, the lawyer who helped Joseph Smith, and David Whitmer contacted him to defend his testimony of the Book of Mormon at the end of his life. So he was adamant that people knew that he was saying what he saw. I love that David Whitmer was strong enough to do that, to defend what he saw until the last of his days. Just before his death, David called his family around him and bore one more witness of what he saw. He said, "Dr. Buchanan, I want you to say whether I am not in my right mind before I give my dying testimony." The doctor answered, "Yes, you are in your right mind." David then bore testimony, saying, "I want to say to you all, the Bible and the record of the Nephites, the Book of Mormon, is true. So you can say that you have heard me bear testimony on my deathbed." And we all know that, like, on deathbed repentance, when people want to get off their chest all the things that they worry that they're leaving the earth with or without, right? And the fact that this is what he felt so strongly to share with the world. He was like, I do not want people to doubt that I say what I saw. And he was so strong about his testimony of what he saw. And so anyways, that's a little bit about David Whitmer, and hopefully you learned something. Thanks. Thank you for listening to FHE on the Road today. We hope you enjoyed what you've heard. Please like, subscribe, and share with anyone who'd be interested in these stories. Thanks.